Yes, it's a great Saturday evening, and as usual, the Akunfi Princess is back on her white seat in your AT. Do tell a friend to tell a friend that Girl Vibes is right here on ETV Ghana, and we are also streaming live on Facebook at ETV Ghana. We're also live on HD Plus Decoder. Yes, if you have it, you can, pause, you can record and do everything just to suit your comfortability. And we're also live on Go TV as well. And in the main agent, I'm no phone can't map me home, I don't go next level premium energy drink. I want to be also here and I say my yes beauty tips na yes bro. And then so we'll bring you the beauty tips as usual. And today my guest, one usual lady, she's a reverend and she's here. Immediately I mentioned the reverend, you get it. But I'll introduce them to you right after a quick break, so we'll go for a breather when we come back. And we also have one beautiful secretary with us today. And the topic, it's already trending on social media, trust me. Today's conversation, I believe you saw a video popping, trending of this beautiful lady. We'll get to talk about it. We'll show you the video as well. So make sure you stick right here and stay glued to your television at ETV Ghana. My name is Mercy B, the Akunfi Princess. We'll be right back after this break. Yes, welcome back. Girl Vibes is back, and make sure you've called your friend. Yes, if you haven't, what are you waiting for? So call her and tell her that we are back on your TV. In fact, and then Obayanka from being funny in Africa, Papa craft friend, on here, pa, and when you're being no so one corner, so she phoned her friend because and then come on, it's about both of us. We are going to talk about why divorce has become rampant in this generation. In fact, at that time, no say obi be divorce pa no yes and pa, but in day it looks like it has even become a fashion, and I don't know why. Because if somebody wants a divorce, it becomes more easy now, and we are going to talk about that. Rev Maria, hello, darling.
Hello.
Akwaba.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
your gold with a touch of, is it silver and a bit of purple at the top?
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
You look good too.
Thank you, darling. I'm stressed up actually. Over the weekend, last weekend, we had our Happy FM Solar Fest, so my voice is a bit down, a bit mushy today. Because emceeing it was beautiful and it was fun. So the energy, Charlie. But I have my donko here, so everything is so down and it's going to be fine. I also have a new beautiful lady. Yes, Nidino. I would say, oh, you've been a cousin, Anna. But also, her name is Olivia Nanapia. She's a beautiful secretary. Hello, darling.
Hello, dear.
Mm.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. And it looks like we have something in common, like
Yes,
the black and
black
white.
and
Thing.
white.
Yeah, so we are crushing. And with a touch of gold, it's going to be golden tonight. People are saying sometimes it's worth the divorce. We will know that one too. And if really, there's a saying that, where is it? No crown in there will be no divorce. So today we'll get to learn a lot, and we are streaming, as I told you earlier, on Facebook at ETV Ghana. Next week here back, may you know may you Reverend Becca Nachi, my Becca Cho. Into Facebook at ETV Ghana. Reverend, what is it? Not always experiencing men for no men financial say. Reverend Maria, Akaba. Oh, when is it be a girl, the man of what in the city? But you can't divorce Nankasana. What is divorce?
Divorce. First of all, let me salute El Marshal and then the leadership and membership of Liberty Vineyard International Ministries. First of all, say you can't divorce. Divorce, yes, say. Only will be ashisha warrior na bibinti ako abaimu na mu aware ni hobiem o detache o dissolute bibi eno na ye can say divorce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Yembra Olivia ho, and so on Fanese Kaka and Fansodo. Oli, you can't the divorce or you have to say.
Okay, to me, it's just going your separate ways.
Okay.
Through the legal way.
Okay.
We have to go our separate way because no matter what we do, the marriage is not going to stand.
Okay.
So that's my definition. Going your separate ways.
Okay. And with the experiences, you have phone and chassis, and then night is your day. That is if you Olivia, me for which I said another me.
No, you can start with me. Fine.
So I should start with you. It's fine. No. So how long were you married for?
I was married for 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I got married early.
Okay.
Yeah, because I, I, I wanted to be into the ministry. So
Okay.
all my passion was, shall I get myself a man to marry, settle down? Because as a young girl, dear, sometimes you need someone or you need a man to coach you. Don't go here, don't go here. To mine, I said, okay, let me settle down. So I married very early.
Okay.
Yes.
Like what age exactly?
I was 21, 22.
Wow.
Then I
So
got married.
early 20s.
Yes.
Wow. That was so early.
Yes.
So will you say, you were not that matured, that was the reason why it also led to the divorce? Because people believe that 30 is the age that people are supposed to get married. That's mostly, or maybe 25. But 21, 20, people believe that, you have not explored that much to know much about marriage. So do you think it was part of the reasons why, it brought in the divorce?
I would say yes, and I would say no at the same time.
Okay.
Yes, because I felt I didn't know much about relationship, and I didn't know much about marriage. And no, because I saw myself, I can do it, no matter what, I can stand. No matter what comes, I'm committed, and I have to be committed. So to me, I felt it was safe. And I won't blame myself too much. I'll blame church.
Okay.
The church. Yes, because there are some churches in Ghana, they will force you into marriage, no matter what you do. They feel, oh, when you are supposed to get engaged, get a man and settle down. And after the marriage, they don't even
ask what's going on.
What's going
They
on?
Don't care at all.
They don't care. All what they think about is our enya benyi and not na our. That is all they care. And they feel the listening investigation I did was they feel say when they do that, minimizing fornication, but it rather increases fornication.
Rather?
Yes, because metawarum benyi no unsatisfy me. Menya benyi be or the same church or maybe different church.
Yeah.
I go have affair. Benyi too doesn't feel me attractive or go outside because the church says we need to get married. On the divorce will come into we will start playing. So me, I feel it rather increases fornication. Yeah, that's my point.
Then they thinking they only won't be saved.
It saves them. Yes.
Interesting. That's very interesting. Now let's come to your experiences before I even go to Reverend Maria and then ask her of her age as well. Now let's start up. Were you not this one question that I always ask, because at the age of 21, I believe you were heads over heels in love with this man.
Yes.
That's what my problem is. So you meet a man, handsome, and at that point you believe that he's all that you need from a man. And just as you said, you wanted to settle down, so you were ready for it no matter what comes on. So why would you then decide to let go of a man that you feel is your life partner, is your soulmate, you love so much?
Okay, for my situation, I didn't let it go.
Okay.
He did.
He decided.
Yes. He decided because he felt, for the little investigation I did, he said I was worrying him. Worrying him. He couldn't come out with a tangible reason. So he felt I was rather pressuring him because there are certain things, especially with men, they have this ego that they don't want a woman to tell him what to do.
Yeah.
I tell you what to do because it's best for our future and it's best for the kids, not for me alone. So sometimes I don't know how they think. I don't know the perception they have. And secondly, sometimes marriage gets dissolved when a third party comes in.
Yes.
When you guys met, was a third party in? No. When he was telling me I love you, was someone there to coach us? Was someone there to tell me that, okay, Nana, accept the proposal? No, nobody was there. So when issues like this rise up or when there's conflict in a marriage, to me, I prefer you go outside the people you know, someone you both don't know.
Okay.
Because me parents were, my parents will be partial. I'm their queen. I'm their gift. I'm their own. So they will try in a way to cover me.
Yeah.
When I come to your parents too, you are their prince. You are their prince.
Of course.
You are their gift. So they will also try to cover you. So we should go outside someone that we know. Are you getting
Yeah,
it?
like
You
some
should go.
counselors and then,
Yeah, someone that we don't, the person doesn't even know us. When you come to my pastor, he will say his own. When I come to your pastor, he will also say his own. Because you are his member. And I'm also his member.
Okay. So you believe instead of sharing your secret or marital issues to people that are close, you should rather go outside the box
Yes.
to people that do not know
Yes.
both of you. Okay. So this is what our secretary thinks. That's how she feels. But let's also get to know the experiences more. At what point did it start? Was it at the 6th year, or it started and you decided to, swallow in until it came over you that you wanted to finally let it go? And what really happened, if you don't mind to share with us?
Okay, mine really started early. So, in my point, I think we didn't court well.
Okay.
The courtship was very short.
Okay. How long?
Just 6 months.
Okay.
Yes, just 6 months. And it started as soon as we got married. That was after 3-4 months. That is where he started showing up his character. And I also started showing my character to him.
Okay. So
Yes.
you were both pretending to each other.
Yeah, so in a way, because we don't normally meet, so we didn't know much about ourselves. He didn't know my anger. I didn't know his anger.
Okay.
I didn't know
Was it a church arrangement?
It wasn't a church arrangement. We met at my workplace, so it wasn't a church arrangement.
Okay.
But then my pastor was like, "Iki, I agree." And honestly, those days I was so hyped. Like, I want to go everywhere.
Yeah.
I want to be everywhere. So in attempt to
And
me,
you have a thick body, so even at the age of 21, I think you look that
my
old
dear.
than some
So
of
my
these
pastor
people.
was like, "You need to settle down. You are going and blah 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 blah." I was like, "Okay, fine. He's my reverend. I need to respect him." So I did that. So mine started at the 5th of 6th month. That is when my husband started showing up behaviors. But when we went for counseling, we were told if anything happened, just go on your knees.
At what point did you decide to seek counseling?
I didn't seek counseling.
He started.
He didn't.
So
So I kept everything to myself. Anything that happens.
Okay, so the counseling before the wedding and the
yes, the
marriage
counseling
thing.
before
Okay.
the wedding.
Okay.
So when the whole thing started, I kept it to myself. I didn't even tell anyone. I was going through hell, but then I said, "No, Ikia, you can do it." I had that audacious thing, tough skin. Like, okay, I can stand.
Yeah.
The second year, I had a son, and that is where the whole thing bloomed up. The whole thing messed up. My dear, my son's first year birthday, I was told there was not going to be a party.
Okay.
I was in the house when I saw people bringing in cake, people bringing in pastries. I was like, what's going on? I said, "This is your son's birthday." I was like, okay. I let it go. I just got something to wear. Now the thing became it was rampant. Everything was happening. I one day went to him. I was like, "What have I done? If I have done anything, just look at the boy that we have, and please forgive me." And he was like, "I've not done anything." I was okay. Maybe I might say spiritual. I started praying. I went to churches. I started praying. The thing wasn't working. So I had to run to my father because I was a daddy's girl. Then my father was like, "You keep quiet. Anything that happens, just keep quiet." It couldn't solve. I went to my mother, and my mother came in. My mother came to speak to him. He said, "I don't respect his mother." He said a whole lot of things. So I had to call his brother, who is outside the country.
So those are some of the things that happened.
Yes. So I had to call his brother out of the country. And his brother also gave me a different reason from what my mother told me. So I was like, what is really happening? Or is it that the marriage is not mine? Then, okay, so that is where I got to find out that, Charlie, I have to relax. I can't kill myself for this. And my mother was like, I should put in more efforts. You know, women, they don't want the situation whereby you go and come back home. So I should put in more effort. I started putting in more effort. To the extent that, my dear, I had to change my outlook. I had to buy a whole new clothes.
Why?
To look at.
Was it to? Okay.
So I thought maybe I didn't look
Like
attractive anymore. Yes, that's how I
that's
felt.
That's after one child?
That's after one child. So I thought, okay, I had to see a dietitian. I had to get this flat tummy. I had to let my hips swoop up. Still, I did everything. I was like, hey, let me find some place and sit. So that's where I relaxed. And he thought, okay, he has seen that I don't care about him. Then he started making excuses. I go out. That was where I started going out.
Okay.
I go out with my son. We go for swimming. We go for parties. And he felt, okay, since I'm at her, say there, we should separate. So it was just, I think.
That was how many years?
That was after 2-3 years.
Okay. So at the the third year, you decided to let's go.
Because it was choking me.
And I was just saying, and then you decide to spend 3 years more.
Okay, so I was on Facebook and a woman was sharing her testimony about how she let go and now she's now okay. She has better her life. I was like, okay, I'm a young girl. Why do I keep myself in this? Why don't I try this? So I tried. I said, okay, let me free myself.
No, I'm talking about before the decision for the separation. You mentioned that on the third year you decided to let go to separate. Yeah. But you know, you spent 3 years more. You said you separated after 6 years.
Yes.
So them first 3, you know, I wasn't no ginger. Okay, you're going to spend more years with him.
My dear, I did everything. He wasn't seeing me. So why don't I live my life with my kid? So that's where I said to myself, Charlie, your son is looking up to you.
Okay.
You can't let yourself down.
Okay, so you did it for yourself.
So I did it for my child.
Okay.
I didn't do it for myself. I didn't do it for my pastor. I didn't do it for my mom, my dad. I did it for my child. Because he needs me.
Yeah.
I can't die. Then who will raise my child?
Yeah, you didn't want to be a single parent.
No. So I did it for my child.
And then after 6 years?
Then after 6 years, I carried myself. I went back to school. I upgraded.
Wow, that's great.
Yes. That is one thing I am so proud of. Because I never thought I could go back to school. I never. He gave the gaslight to me that, hey, you are nobody. You can't do anything. And I was like, Charlie, those are people I started with. One has completed nursing training. One has completed university. And what am I doing? I have no background. So I said, okay, let me push myself to school. So with that 3 years, I pushed myself to school.
Have you ever regretted divorcing him? Before you answer that question, let me come to Reverend so that we start with her experiences and then we share the regrets, you know, together. Yeah. Or if it's really worth it, we'll also get in there. So, Rev, at what age and I watching there about Waripo?
Oh. Okay, so first of all, I wouldn't want to talk about it because he has an image to protect.
Okay.
And I also have an image to protect.
He's a public figure.
Yes, he's a public figure, and I'm also a public figure. So I want to treat it very private.
Okay.
But one thing is that marriage is a blessing. Whether you are a lady pastor or whoever you are, marriage is a blessing. And God blesses what we already have, right? Okay. God blesses what we already have. So when somebody gets married, Bible says that he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord. And so this favor is the blessing of God. So let's say I am very social. Now when I get married, because God blesses every marriage, he will bless me being social. So he will use that aspect of me to give me access, open certain doors for me. It's the same way when I'm too quick-tempered, he will use that to give me access. Okay. So every behavior you have, it doubles when you marry, whether positive or negative. Yeah.
It doesn't fade?
It doesn't fade.
Oh, really?
It doesn't fade.
If it will fade, it's not true.
If it's not true because
no, but answer that, Reverend.
Mati Bebre, Mati Bebre.
Yeah, that's what people say.
Otise, or warrior, obejai, but or worry mama na a highlight, enhancement, ebem. Okay. Yes. Inti, when you were dating or courting, no, now or you're all perfect. Also, you're all perfect. But mu be share the realities in. You should know, say, and I always tell people that you don't have to ignore red flags. Bebre dream say some red flags, no, they can manage it. If you can manage your red flag, I mean, you can go ahead into the marriage. But if you can't, you have to save yourself because red flags get highlighted when you marry. Intina or ye ema sema or warrior a baby bray or be jene too much. Na or patem didia or warrior or be didia tembe bray. So I always say that before you even think of entering into a relationship, you should first of all develop yourself as a person, as a woman. I have to identify myself as a woman, and I have to make sure I'm good to myself as a woman, for me as a woman and not a man.
Okay.
If you are able to do that self-development, it will help you. So you enter marriage and everything you do is not because of the man, but because of you.
For you.
And we don't have this knowledge. We don't have this knowledge. So by the grace of God, social media is out there. Counselors are out there. We life coaches are out there. So now the education has become rampant. So now people are getting to find themselves. That's why divorce is rampant
Also
now.
rampant.
Because everybody has gotten to know that I'm good for myself. I can be good for myself. So if it's killing me, why not? And there are so many reasons for divorce.
Okay.
Some infidelity, some abuse. You know, I was speaking to one woman and she said something very disheartening. She said that ni kunu hwe no ohwe mmofra no nti ono de ni kunu be ne emfa ne ho. And I got worried because sometimes men are misbehaving out there, but obey you good inside. Say na be a wadwen enko de oye ne so. But the oye no, its effects will bounce back to you. Obetimi abro yare. And spirits are all over the place.
Yeah.
And your baby so na yekofa no enene da sebio. Into okofo obi no enene da no ba no beda. Ebetimi aha spiritually. And nobody is training our men. Nobody is training our men. And I don't even know if our men are even ready to be trained. Because obitimi able to say, oh, bema dear. Utimi yen yamabi because oh yeah bema, but oba de untimi nye. Why should it be so? And I find it very surprising when I hear some of us, we counselors and marriage coaches saying that once you are married and you want the marriage to sustain, don't pick each other's phone. I mean, I know phones are not private parts.
See the way
yes, phones are not private parts. So if I can share my private part with you, why can't I share my phone with you?
I think it's just to prevent, issues.
Yeah.
Then it means that whoever partner you chose didn't develop him or herself before you met. Because you should develop yourself as a person before you even enter into commitment. So if you haven't developed yourself, you are always afraid that if your partner picks your phone, there will be problems. So self-development is very, very necessary. And I always want to say that most of us lack spiritual direction. Yes. Most of us lack spiritual direction. Bible said something. It's in Genesis. It says, what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. It means that if divorce comes in, then it wasn't God.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so does that mean this marriages that has been broken are not from God?
Because if it was God, no matter what, I have seen married couples with serious turbulences.
But serious people,
serious turbulences.
Let me not cut you, Maria. But these people that are divorced are the same people that we saw at the churches, standing in front of the pulpit, being prayed for and being ordained into marriage by pastors, by big bishops, reverends, just name it.
Yeah.
So why is it then not from God? How will you even first of all know that this marriage that I'm going into is from God?
So
we'll get to talk more into it, okay?
Okay.
But shortly we will have to go for break. Yako break neba. When you born there, our na a woman or sour pa. I think the reference by my because Orica. and we're quotes from the Bible. And I've heard this before. That's our is it or yes, I am and let no man put us under. But we see people go into marriages for 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, some as let's say 20, 30 years. And then these people were people that were so much in love. But then they decide to just divorce and separate. Of which Reverend is saying, so we're separate is that no thing yanko. But I show function all they know into those marriages. And yanko break in bra. Yeah, but we get to vibe on this. And also we get to watch a video that is trending currently on social media. Na maybe sa Reverend na Olivia Wasem. Because worry me. If it's your birthday, now boyfriend, and now couldn't cry invite you though. Come, let's have dinner. In fact, so can't who put it for one yanko for brakra. And yanko for to try him or day in Hoko. There's a video trending on social media. And the lady decided to go with 18 of her friends. Olivia Becca age 18 of her girlfriends. And the man then decided not to pay at all for any of the ladies, but then decided to pay for just his girlfriend or his wife. And then they change what, but I wanna be in that a billionaire shop, maybe I will cry 18 and ban ended. Now your band shop sister, maybe what the lady did, was it okay? So let's go for a break and also get to the video. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for watching our beauty tips for today. A big thank you to Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. Maybe I make sure come on to not label gold though. It's their reference new gold color no terrible. Come on. And the me energy no phone basa. But you know what my energy na basir kaka. And to also juma na abra na ato Adonko Next Level Premium Energy Drink. E be sia na engagement na page my and they marry by metal traffic him and I'm traffic mokrabing your biato ain't wiskaka can you go to them and they'll get your business to do. So call them on 02048986998 and at 05926109998. That catch one day could princess the one which one. Yeah, so for vitality, for energy for work, make sure you buy a Donko Next Level Premium energy drink. And welcome back from the break. And we'll quickly go and watch the video at American Handsome. Yeah, but Reverend is here and our secretary Olivia is also here. We get to vibe.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18.
Why do you gotta pay for all y'all food though?
You brought 18 friends. I'm finna leave you. You staying here with them or you coming with me? Are you? For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18.
Why do you gotta pay for all y'all food though?
You brought 18 friends. I'm finna leave you. You staying here with them or you coming with me? Are you?
Bro!
Very interesting. This video is been trending from Monday to it's still trending on social media. And according to the captions, it looks like the lady, as you saw in the video, I mean, the man decided to, have a dinner with her on her birthday, and she decided to add up with 18 friends. But what the young friend there, but you crack and bring your friends. I mean, first of all, do you have to go in for 18 friends? So if you're watching on Facebook, I want to know your reactions. I want to know. Send it as a comment at ETV Ghana and make sure you share the video right there for me. Okay, so you share and you like for me. So you're Reverend, well, no, in here, Casanti. Now you be said first, then I show my second.
Okay, so
was it right, first of all?
Was it right? It's a red flag.
On the part of the lady.
It's a red flag on both sides. Okay. Because no wife will do that. I mean, no serious wife will bring 18 friends. Yes. And I want to believe she's a girlfriend.
Okay.
So in the first place, you, the man, should know that this woman you are going out with is surrounded by a lot of friends.
18.
A better relationship, no. A better relationship, no. Bema non so no. Nka wose oma oba ni hu ne financial status. Emma baby hide omo financial status. And they do big things for the women. So the women always think that they can always afford. Inti efa baby is not her mistake. Efa baby in so no. The guy could have been a bit matured and
Pay for the 18.
pay for the 18 and then afterwards like sit her down to talk to her.
Because I think the guy is not a broke guy. You in the video when the lady said you're broke guy, he was like, oh, like the way he screamed, you know, expresses that he's got the money, but he doesn't want to pay for it because he feels the 18 is too much.
Sometimes you need to compromise. Sometimes you are right, but you still have to behave as if you are wrong.
Okay.
So I feel that he could have still paid for them to save the embarrassment. Me and Kamitia to save the embarrassment. Okay. And then later I'll sit her down. Okay. And I'll also know that this is the type of lady I'm going out with. Okay. Can I cope? You know, it's a big...
you divorce, you break up.
Oh, yes, if it's a relationship, you can have a mutual discussion and break up. Sometimes you won't even break up, but you separate in the relationship and then you develop yourself. You go back and develop yourselves. And then when you both are okay, you can come back and have your relationship, and if it leads to marriage, fine. Okay. Yes. So I wouldn't blame the lady too much because if the guy made her know certain things about him, I don't think she would have come with the 18 friends. All right, thank you.
Oli, I want Kabutia.
I won't even sit. I will just
I
will walk away. How can you come with 18 friends?
Was like they were done eating, crowd. They were done dining and everything. I say I can bill now.
Yes.
And a bogus won't cheer.
And if it is me, I won't even pay. I won't pay. This is a dinner. A dinner is for 2. 3 is crowd. 3 people. A crowd. So if it is dinner, it's me and my girlfriend. Why would you break friends like this? And there's one thing we women, we always make a mistake. When you get into a serious relationship, that is what I learned from my divorce. When you get into a serious relationship, let go of some friends.
You have to let go of some
friends. You have to let go of some friends. Especially those friends that where you were in the world or where you were not, when you were single, you were mingling out with them. You have to let them go. It's not like you de-associating yourself from them, but more gap kakra. Because how can you come with 18 friends? At least it was 3, it was okay. 18. And as Reverend said, this is the kind of woman you're going to get married to. So if I'm the man, I won't run, I'll flee, as the Bible says. I'll flee.
But they are no man.
Oh, Megwan. See, I won't even pay for our bill. I'll even run. For you, the woman, to learn a lesson. I won't pay. This is too much.
Somebody too will say that, then it means you don't love her. Because
if
you love someone, you care.
Have to do it.
My dear, this is not love. If you truly say you love the man, you need to protect the man. Okay. His finances. And then he's your boyfriend. Spend. You go and spend all the money he has. Okay, fine. He paid for the 18 people. The next day you want money for shopping. Or for skin wine.
But Maria,
sometimes for me, I won't pay if I'm the one I run.
Baby, they know must it call for a divorce? Can it even leak there?
No, I don't think this should call for a divorce. If they were married,
kind of one bread dinner.
And I don't think, as Reverend said, I don't think if she was a wife, she would do this. I don't think so. It's different. You see, when you get married, you see, I was very young. When I got married and I had a kid, my mind changed. Yes, and this thing that they say that Osubambi Onyina or Wara, it will change. In my perception, like in women, we do change a lot. Okay. Your everything around you changes. Okay. There are certain things when you are doing them, like, hey, so maybe you would make idea. But men, they don't care.
Okay. So
That's
the
what Reverend said.
ladies, they
The
do
men are
change.
not being taught. They are ensuring at it. But we women actually, we develop. We will say that, okay, Mawo, I'm going out. You see those, when I was single, I used to wear certain clothes.
Yeah.
I am going out. I have a kid. Make abuano, my show your stomach. If this my daughter or my son sees it, will he be happy? Into that at that moment, no, my brain has developed.
Okay.
But men, oh, let them give birth to 2015.
They'll still be who they are.
They'll still be
Okay.
who they are.
Now let's come back to our main topic, for today, of which is the divorce becoming rampant. Now we see on social media that the number of divorces now
Even in my office.
has increased. Rev, what do you think is causing that?
A lot of things are causing divorce. Some are intrinsic factors, some are external factors. Most of the times we don't really get to know ourselves, so we go for wrong choices, because if you know yourself, you choose someone who will understand you as a person. Yes, sometimes family pressure. You are growing, you have to settle down. Oye Juma. Now in Ghana, when you start work, oh my me for phone so ya na worry o sisi ade wa ko school ye Juma. E was say timidi obi ba fie e worry. The pressure, so it doesn't really allow people to take their time to choose well. Sometimes yetimi de homosexuality too, so because on worry yes you sisi or you lesbian and or you gay intina on worry so you also would want to do that so that it will prevent people from talking.
Democracy was banning.
Yes usuba nyentina that on worry but it is far from that. It is far from that. And I was speaking to someone and she said that when you are married and you want to divorce, you can never divorce unless it is physical abuse. And I said no. Mercy, physical abuse, the evidence were whole. I would it show bia obehu ekrono, obehu mark. Have you thought of emotional abuse? Emotional abuse, what's the evidence? You are the one suffering it.
Yeah.
Into Okampa, Obi Anjindi, and every abuser is a good person outside.
Yeah.
Or Kwabontia or
They
Siripan.
pretend to be okay.
Yes. Into Okana Sama, nobody will believe you, but not or abuse you. So we should really get training, both men and women. And yeah, man, in Africa, I say, yeah, mbano na okwa where you training. But Beman so was say timido tinase, near catch or say, the woman you are marrying, see her as your sister. The idea wunya enya odeno, and fanya no. See her as your mother. The idea mamia enya odeno. Men fanya no. And there should be regular check-ups. And yes, bisa say, oh, how is the marriage going?
Okay.
But sometimes you look at demeanor. Utimi hu oba no sure oba no se oba na em se bibi nko yi. Utimi hwe be ma no se da bi em se bibi nko. You know that there's so it's not always about asking, but you the family or the counselor should I me person me can say be say aya na counseling no omo wari ya na ejai omo omo wari ya na ejai omo ye say omo tu ne pe enko wari. Your counselor should be able to work with you throughout your marital life. And yes sir or fra pasemo but opese ohun se bibia e koso a. But yeah, they are saying say, oh, worry, I mean, can't want some punch your mammy. Men can't check counselor because on your bussing, you can't share any or the best example, crack and once or your soft phone so the bed preachy was so inti men can. But a being so okay, ya and can be view. So there are a whole lot of reasons in for a divorce. Yes, but some divorces are blessings.
some divorces are
Trust me,
blessings.
some divorces are blessings. Yes, is enye de bia ena a divorce eye musuo ana is uncalled for that be. Ena if our reigning koya, the first step is not divorce. You seek counseling for some time.
Okay.
We work on it. You separate, we work on it.
Okay.
So divorce is the last resort. Say, yeah, exhausted all options no. Then divorce comes in. Divorce na nya ya no ne de ka say mejai.
Sure. You go to the court.
You go to the court. Because ehon na okọ ya okọ sign ye. Most people say omo de omo mpe court awari o nti omo ye efia de a ensa penti divorce e no an say de ensa ekọ. And that too is not proper.
Okay. And Sazana wasn't quite worried.
It's not proper. It was said, unim, if you have nothing hiding,
Okay.
if you are convinced about the marriage, why are you afraid to go to court and sign?
Okay.
Nti no kwa no edu baby a red flag kakra. Yeah.
So you think
Ana
that
one me nya adwin.
is always the best.
For me, for the experience, I don't think I'll do court.
You don't want to do court. Yeah, people usually say the court marriage is a bit stressful because if you want to divorce,
Now
you
it's
know the
expensive.
long process that you have.
It's very expensive now. It's very, very expensive to divorce. But because people have decided to choose
It's expensive now.
Yes, it's very expensive. Oko ware na oko registration na. Endu 50 Ghana.
Since you are not expensive, new mom now call for
They've intentionally made it expensive so that unjai.
Okay.
But still no.
People do.
People do.
Reverend Erica Sano, Ekade Mbesiafoneze, I know what it's saying and will feel towards our marriages.
Yeah.
But in Confuso Kade, mostly, now we're in jail, Ufimbano.
Okay, that's how culture has made it look like. You say obade brown one se wa awarem ukunu mpo bufu a yedin na mpacho oba no nso bufu a be ma na onye den.
Okay.
We have left everything for the women. Ye na de bia no e wo say yen yeti ase ukunu ekwa abonten kwa akọ chiti na oba entiatia no. Me pacho na onso kwa abonten so ko chiti a ukunu onya odem eno de obeja wo eno de ebe hye no. But wo de they expect say I will say uhodi uhu ye because of encraninti anani imaging. No.
Okay.
What is good for the goose is good for the gander. How you want me to treat me that same way. You know, if you are doing everything right, the woman will automatically submit.
Okay. All right, Rev, on that note, Mama Kato, but you try to no kakra. Na me pensu kakra vengo mimre. We'll be right back after this break. All right, welcome back. And we had to go for a break. It happens. You can say I need to the machine to be here to be see. Me catch up to the Saturday. They not that years and 81 fine chum. I'm a bit under the weather. So let's go on. Reverend, you have a break, Not me be so day. I can't be here for now. Not with training with you towards our marriages. But I am son will blame me and day. You're quite worried now. As I were good beba. I no fee him. Don't do now. Or fee him be for.
Okay, I see it to be two-sided.
Okay.
Because we two people are building a home, the husband and the wife. Inti ada na divorce by eye baako. Eye mienu ni na, but because of culture and tea. But you see ano enibie ba, enibie abampo, abaso people have identified themselves. They know what's best for them. They've sought a lot of knowledge and counseling. Inti ente say first ni biem. People say tete no na awarija ye ni ho se ende. Aden ende de awarija ye wo. Ye ni ebie nti na ende awarija ye wo because sisi an ye ni ebie say ukunu bo wa e wo sa sorry for aware na se. Say ukunu abuse you financially e wo sa sorry if you aware na or abuse you emotionally I was so sorry for to see that's why it is rampant and then it be nya bone because it can we ask but one thing I'm a person make is about church.
Yeah, about church but tell the mark no Olivia na and they wait to waste what up and then buy you senior baby for no. And to my men call Olivia ho na me busano. The enabia you know ma Olivia so you're not join the CC and the name will be until return our after 6 years.
Oh no, any way. But sometimes, as Reverend said, it's good you go.
Okay.
Yes. In my situation, yet now say we solved it. We buy more, suffer more. Family came in. I was like, no, he still doesn't want me. So even if I force myself into it, mebre, because if a man says no, it's no. Go to church, pray, call a artificial face, call a surgery, or some power on pill. And there's one thing that I have come to learn. Before we get married, we don't really court well.
Okay.
Courtship, say, he stays in Accra, I stay in Tema. Once a while, once weekend, a woman may spend 1 month. Do you know when you live together? In a way, that is where Subaini P. But church will tell you that don't go. Don't go and visit a man who has not gotten married to you. Don't go and sleep at his place. Now, man, Kodawa made them who saw the Besia Bafio. Man, Kodawa made them the able this time and he comes home. Sometimes when I wasn't married, I was dating a guy. He will call me and say, oh, I'm sleeping, I'm in die. But he will know that I'm sleeping at this time. So I feel said the church is not making marriage work. And the church is not making courtship also work. Because I court for 6 months, 7 months, if I say my own, we court for only 6 months. Now me court Daniel, because in my church you don't go and visit.
Okay.
You only go, okay, oh hi, I'm passing through. You don't even sit in this room. That is my church. Okay. The church I was in before I left. I had a divorce.
But don't you also think that was protecting you? Because they are not sorry. They feel, they say, if a coaster being definitely, I mean, there's more reason, there's sex with Makoto. And they feel if a man is to have sex with you, he's more like taking advantage of you. And the risk at which they're on worry and crying more. Because after all, I mean, he's got it all. I is a banana man. I need him. I mean, what else?
I think that one is even better. It's even better there. You are courting or no other. It's better.
Have you regretted divorcing?
Well, I have not.
You haven't?
I haven't. I haven't. Never. The only regret I have is my child.
Your child.
Because I throughout I grew up with my father. I never had the motherly love. So I felt, oh, this thing is going to happen to my son too. He's going to be with me till his father maybe decide to get married and come for him. So if not because of my son, never. I have never regretted divorcing. Divorce has rather strengthened me. Yes. Because with divorce I can stand up shoulder high and say yes, I'm a divorcee, yet I'm proud of it.
You are proud of it?
Yes, I am proud.
Will you ever? Because Reverend Becca there, Bible say Ijaya words that I'm a Methodist, and we know the Bible say Ijaya words that and the men wear beam cry. Will you ever marry again?
My dear, I'll marry.
But
I am going into the marriage with a lesson I have learned with experience that I have learned from my previous marriage. With my previous marriage, the divorce, I won't take it from the guy, I won't say it from me. I have learned a lot. I won't keep friends. There are certain things I won't discuss with friends. There are certain things I will discuss with my husband first. Mostly what causes divorce in Ghana is communication. Ghana for your name communication. Your name communication. My husband is going out. Oh babe, I'm going out with my friend, so I'll keep long. Because Obe keep it long, I'm gonna against onka. Do you get it? Because I catch an say, oh babe, I'll keep long, like 10 a.m. I'll come. The you know not joining so all corner or new BCA for folk. BCA for all you know, on any BCA. He's just going to have fun with boys. But ye mentality is say because remember ye cheaters no. Ye okwa bontia oko cheati. Into no so onka say ebia babe on onka. Oba no so be kone maame ho e bi on kone maame no so koye e mingle out ono so nka ncho e bi me come maame ho me kwasha madam for me kwasha me auntie no so ne now for communication is what is killing our marriages now. And secondly, you're best of friends. Mercy B, you are my friend. If I wrong you, if I step on your toes, you can easily forgive.
I'll tell you.
Yes, and you can easily forgive me.
Course.
But in this modern world, in this generation, Besia offending any husband, the husband can never forgive. If the husband offenses their wife will never forgive.
They find it difficult to
Yes,
apologize.
because they didn't build that friendship. The friendship whereby I'll go out and tell you that, hey.
But the Bible also says we the ladies, we need to be submissive to our partners, to our husbands. Now, don't you also think that if my husband is to offend me, I mean, I have to let go because the Bible says I should be submissive.
Oh, no.
You know, let me just let it be.
No.
You know, and if if I offend him, dear, then I will have to apologize. Because, you know, it's a way of being submissive.
You see, the way of being submissive is what we don't understand.
Okay.
Submissive can come from a man and it can come from a woman. I have offended you, my husband. You got angry, said certain things, and I came to apologize. You've accepted it. But you have offended me. You want me to sleep with my anger and my bitterness? No. Natural. When I'm done, I'll come and apologize. That is how it's supposed to be. The way our friends,
So you argue together.
then you solve it.
The problem and
then
then
you
you
apologize and let it go. You see, with this thing, when couples do that, it brings this blessing that in blessing. So if you can easily let it go, if you can easily forgive, what we call devil intimate and that's my prophet. He always tells us that share. You see my wife and I, you think we don't fight, and we fight, Papa. But yeah, that day now, if your husband my oh baby, sorry, oh, and we women we like gifts. So he mine apologize. That day now we have sex, it's over. But many be 100 years. Do you remember the last time you did? We women we like that. You the last time
We
you
love
went.
to nag. Ladies are.
That is what men should accept, say.
Yes.
Yeah, babies.
It's me and Oba, no matter the age.
So when the woman is nagging,
when in the same, but it's me and the dog.
you see.
I meant so miss her, but
Oh,
me
because
and
they
the
meet him, yes, baby. Yeah.
Bruno, and the cousin and can you wire the pa, but then and Bruno Cotel. Now, first of all, our experiences, Nibi, Olivia. Say, Oberishe, I'm a worry. I'm about advice before I even first of all get into marriage. And would you even advise me at what point now me draw worry say, you know, Misha or there I have to divorce?
Okay, the only advice I'll give to any young woman or any young man watching me this evening is, as a woman, before you get into marriage, better yourself, upgrade yourself, pay BBA, work. Because if you are not working, the man he's the only one bringing funds to the house. Even with that, man cry depressed. Because when you do why he comes home, diapers is finished, food is finished, he get depressed. Like, yes. So as a woman, you also need to work and support the man. It should be 50-50. But Ghana, 50-50. And secondly, if you feel your marriage is being abusive, not as Reverend said, not physical abusive, sometimes emotionally. My dear, if it is divorce, for you to free yourself. My dear, let me bring this thing. Before I got married, now my dressing men that out. But me worry, I wasn't dressing. So one day a friend came to me, she was like, Ikia, you buy, sometimes we look up to you when you come to check the way it is, but you are not dressing. At that moment, I started crying. I didn't say anything, no, man. I started crying. I was like, is that how marriage has turned me to? That is why I was like, okay, I need to. It is sometimes no shame. I will say emotionally, oh, brah, my dear, work out. Okay. Even that working out, will open doors that wow, you didn't get it.
Olivia, we'll invite you again, okay? So we get to vibe more, because our time is up. Reverend, quick one. Just any advice to the young ladies that are watching?
So to every young lady or young man watching me, before you think of a relationship, build yourself as a person. Build yourself in career, emotions, spiritual, and and in spirit too. Spiritually, you should be matured. You should have a spiritual person you can confide in. Because sometimes God reveals certain things to people. When people are pretending, maybe your discernment wouldn't tell you, but your pastor or your spiritual director can see and tell you that this person is pretending. This person is pretending, so wait.
Okay.
We should learn to be patient as well.
Okay.
And marriage is sweet. Marriage is so sweet. So if you are also in a marital problem, please seek counseling. Okay. Nyabotre, mema divorce emba dream, but seek counseling first. Then we will take it from there.
All right. So in all things, you have to seek counseling. You know, you need to go to the right authorities and seek for help, because and then no divorce. Abekaya and Kulenu hit maker for Nigeria. I mean, Anka Crawford sisters never see for career then go divorce. Anka she would have leave to leave. Oh, they know what can leave to leave. Then what's everybody. But before I go, MMC live tickets is still selling at 100 cedis for single and 150 cedis for double. 80 Reverend Pacho. I mean, I would see double 150 pay. Nanka the Olivia so copy pad number. That's 300 cedis we get to go. So you can even purchase it online, and you just have to use the short code *713 *33*10# to buy it online. But you can also get it at when you come to YFM, you get some to buy. Come to Happy FM. In fact, FM is to be crap. Then your tickets Libby. More. Thank you for watching Girl Vibes, and happy belated birthday to my producer Rash. Cake no baba to me happy belated birthday, and to my crew. I love you so much, and thank you for watching. Have a good night.